Oh, there it is.
What the heck?
Hello.
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 How's your birthday
Hey there.
going?
It is going well. We got back from food. I'm full of noodles. How was your day going to both of you?
Boring.
Oh no.
Mine's okay. Tomorrow's my last day at work.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm did I tell you guys I'm doing my
Yeah.
stuff full time?
You told
Yeah.
me, and then I told them. I
Cool,
spoiled
cool.
your surprise.
Yeah.
Good luck on that.
Well, yeah, I'll need it. Especially since a lot of my money's gonna be coming from Nicholas and Tyrone. It's very, very hard to
Do you think you might be like finding someone to like do stuff full time for, or?
Well, Nicholas wants to give me a bunch of video work for the next few months. But the problem is Tyrone's very finicky. So it's like
Yeah.
I'll be able to I'll talk to him and then I won't be able he won't respond to me for a full week. So
No, I understand that.
but with the I at least have they expressed interest in me doing a new video for a video game that they're putting out soon, and Evan wants me to do video stuff for Afterbirth. So
Excellent.
We get to pick apart another trailer.
oh, it's gonna be it might be worse than the last one.
We're
You
still
mean
gonna
better than
spend
the
an
last
hour and a
one?
half examining it.
Well, at least now I know people are going to be examining it, so I'll put stuff in there to examine it.
Oh boy,
God.
more hidden stuff.
You're gonna make the
just
job
say
harder.
like "Hi Mod Squad," just like in really tiny text that no one would be able to see normally.
Just make like a magic eye picture that says "Hi Nam."
Well, there is a point where you're supposed to feel like you're high, so magic eye kind of thing would be appropriate.
Isn't that basically what all of your video game trailers are?
I feel like I always try to go for that, and I never achieve it. So this time, I feel like I could. So
You can easily do it.
yes. All right. So what are we doing here?
I don't know, actually. I don't actually have too much of a plan apart from.
I was gonna say,
looking...
is this gonna be formal or?
No, it's not gonna be formal. Fuck that.
Am I gonna have to wear a fancy outfit?
No.
Are you gonna have to buy a ceremonial ring that you will put on my penis?
Maybe. But yeah.
I know some good sites you can get those from.
TrueRomance.com. My sister sells toys. Anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
That must have been a surprise to find out.
That was a surprise to find out, and then she like showed me stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm buying from you. She was like, oh, okay, well.
Do I get sibling discounts?
I did get a massive discount.
Woo!
It went from like $100 to like 30 something.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, the whole plan was just look at the past week's update and then go back to the original update because that one
Because that one
has
is
some stuff
honestly
in it.
more interesting, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The totally not copyrighted item.
I mean, apart from the obviously great music track,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing in the current update that's really worth talking about is the busted image.
Yeah, a lot of people on the subreddit are thinking it's a reference to the Lament configuration from Hellraiser.
I wish I knew what that was.
It's like this puzzle box that when you solve it, it will pretty much open up the gates of hell, and then these Cenobites will come out and do terrible things to you and drag you to hell, basically.
Yeah, it looks exactly like it.
Mm.
And, like, I think the most popular theory around it is because it apparently has just a 2-room charge. And considering, like, what we were thinking with the D10 and how it had its crazy 1-room charge thing, a lot of people are going to think it's like, hey, this will double the amount of enemies in a room, which kind of fits with the whole idea of the Lament configuration, because it's opening a portal and releasing demons, so...
It seems like the type of item that you would pick up once and put immediately back down.
Well,
once you
who
used
knows?
it.
There might be a use.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention.
I got
I don't. to be completely honest, I know nothing about Afterbirth. So that said, though, it would be really cool if it allowed you to make the room that you're in a boss room, so that when you beat the boss, you have another item for the floor.
And it would fit with the whole, hey, we're summoning something from the pets from the depths of hell, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn, those are way better ideas than anything I had.
Really?
Because I didn't know the context, and just based on what I could see in the thing, I was thinking just spacebar item, and just the fact that I can see double and like probably current. I was thinking like doubles whatever consumable you have the least of currently or something. Like double keys, double bombs, double coins, whatever you have the least of.
So kind
Which
of
would
like
make
a
sense.
funkier
It would make sense
Pandora's
with
box?
yeah, kind of, but it would make sense with such a low charge. Just being something kind of useful. I don't know.
Or something enemy related, because, I mean, the only other, like, real enemy changing item we have is the D10.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, that's gonna have some fun effects. And if it is gonna be something enemy related, then I'm sure it will be like, hey, this will also double your drops for that room. So it's kind of like a single room. What's the item that gives you doubles of drops?
Contract from below.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of like a temporary version of that, like how there's temporary versions of other items, like telepathy for dummies and everything.
Could be cool. Also, speaking of the D10, I hope they finally get around in Afterbirth to fixing the D10.
Oh, did they
'Cause
still not fix some of those things?
To my knowledge, it still causes an enemy to be spawned for every single segment of a neck.
Huh.
I think. I haven't used it in a long time.
Didn't Spider say that they were gonna fix that though?
Yeah, but I don't know that it's ever been fixed. Or if it has been fixed, it's probably only been fixed on PC. Because I occasionally still see posts about it on the subreddit, like, don't roll Mr. Maw.
Yeah, and people are usually say, oh, this is only in the Vita version, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Vita and PS4. They're on the same patch as far as I know. Because of how Sony handles patches.
Because Sony.
Yep.
Because of our darn dirty actually having to go through the publisher.
Yeah, and having to like actually conform to patch schedules as opposed to being like, we have a patch, let's do it right now. And then
Thanks,
Steam's
Space
like,
Gaben.
okay. Also, just the only other thing relevant to the most recent post, Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum is Matthias's thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked through that whole video that Ed included in the most recent update. It looks neat though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, to the other update.
So the interesting update. Also, did you see the fixed GIF that Ed posted? Because I know that when you originally made the video,
the last
it was
one,
busted.
Where he throws the Pokeball and it pops out the thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's called a friend ball.
It's called probably getting its name changed ball. Because of you.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. When Pokemon things happen, I can't help but nerd.
What if that actually turned out to be one of the reasons that it got on the 3DS, is they had to include a Pokemon update, or Pokemon item or something?
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, here, to get on our console, you have to include a few references to our stuff and shill for us.
I'd be that surprised. I mean, they're really shilling all the, like, free-to-play Pokemon stuff right now on the eShop. No, I'm serious. Like, first there was Shuffle, and now they have a new Pokemon Rumble that's free to play. It's like, hey, and you can use your super coins to continue playing if you die, and if you run out of super coins, you could buy more.
Is that Pokemon, like, Candy Crush game that you keep playing? Is it that?
No, well, that too, but also they came out with a newer one that's based off of the Rumble series, which are like, hey, you can play with these little toy Pokemon, and you can kind of battle them in this weird kind of Diablo-style thing, but not really. I don't know, I don't play it.
Alright.
After Shuffle, I'm just like, no, you will not get me anymore.
So, do either of you have a new 3DS?
Nope.
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 I
I
don't know.
kind of like to stick to one console per generation.
Yeah.
I really have no need, especially since I got the Vita, and that's what Anna, my fiance, plays the game on.
Ooh.
I kind of wish that, like, they weren't so averse to putting it on Android, considering there are some ridiculously powerful Android devices now.
It's not the fact that the issue is the controls on Android devices. There's no actual controls on there. It's all on the screen. So if you're covering up the screen, it's not intuitive. I feel like it wouldn't be as fun of a game if you
Oh,
played it
no,
on
for
Android.
sure. But, like, I don't know, nerds like me that actually have Bluetooth controllers that can hook up to their Android phones. Like, I have basically a 360 controller that can hook up to my phone.
Well,
Yeah,
if
but
But
Yeah, go
you
on.
most people don't have that, which I
are,
completely understand.
or you could just get the Android app to stream Windows stuff to your Android phone that I have.
Or that.
yeah, but people are probably not that smart and technologically
Well,
advanced.
I'm sorry. If they were smart enough to get the controls for their phone or their tablet to play their Android games, they're smart enough to download the one app that allows them to stream stuff from their PC to their phone.
I'm just trying to think if I don't think it's even allowed, at least not on the Play Store, to like have an app that does not support touchscreens in any way.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the one thing that'll get you locked out of getting a lot of apps is if your device doesn't have a touchscreen. Like most apps just won't appear in the Play Store, which is a problem that I have with my Mojo. But I don't think I feel like you probably can't even market an app for Android or iOS that does not support touch at all. Like if you were to just say you need a controller to get this thing, do not complain to us if you do not have a controller. Like I don't think that would go too well. So it's perfectly understandable that it's not going to go on Android, but I wish that could happen. Because then I could actually play it on the go, and I could record it, because there are screen recording apps for Android.
That and also wouldn't it like just really advance the dev time? I don't know how how game dev for Android
I
stuff
have
works,
no
especially if
idea.
especially if you're basically remaking a game. Like wouldn't that make a lot of reprogramming or?
Well,
I
the issue I would see would be file size, not necessarily
Mhm.
dev time.
yeah.
I believe the App Store, last time I took a look at it, has a 50 megabyte cap. And the way that games have gotten around that is they have their game, when you download it from the Play Store, literally when you open it up, then downloads from a separate server the rest of the game.
Yeah, Hearthstone does that, and I just downloaded that. The download for Hearthstone is actually like only 32 megabytes, but then as soon as you open it, it's like unpacking crates, and it does a whole bunch of shit, and it takes up a ton of space.
And
Yeah.
I believe it's isn't Rebirth. I think with all the assets, isn't Rebirth like a couple gigs or something?
No, Rebirth is only a few hundred megabytes.
Let me go check.
Oh,
Library, Rebirth properties,
I'm a big old liar.
disk usage, 311 MB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
But I'm pretty sure that most of that is actually for the custom cutscenes.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Because those are like the highest quality things. Because, I mean, sprite work is pretty easy and it can be a relatively small size. The music can be kind of, it can be decent size, but I think it's those cutscenes that really bring out the data usage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do either
I'm sorry.
of
I'm like.
We haven't really talked about the Pokeball.
yeah, I'm slowly getting through it. Either of you have a Wii U?
Nope.
I do.
Okay. Are you going to grab it on the Wii U?
I don't know.
Yeah, I might grab it on mine because I figured they will do the same sort of stuff that they're doing with the 3DS with the second screen. But I don't know.
I don't know. I
Didn't
always.
Tyrone tweet out that I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
on.
I was gonna say I really have no interest in getting it for the Wii U just because I feel like there is a bit of a lag between your controls and the video on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where whenever I play Wii U games that have both the screen, it shows the game on the screen and on the TV, I end up looking at the screen because that happens first, and then what happens on the TV happens second.
Yeah, I usually play my Wii U stuff just on the gamepad, because like anytime I'm doing like Punch Out or something, it's definitely noticeable lag between the TV and the Wii U pad,
It's all that wireless going on.
which is weird because it's still wireless between the console and the pad.
I feel so bad. I'm like cheating on you guys with Edmund right now because he's showing.
It's fine.
He's actually showing me stuff from the Afterbirth, so I feel
Oh,
bad.
should we get him in, or
Yeah,
is that
let's
gonna
get
be
him
like...
in to spoil the update.
Yeah, no, let's not.
Spoil
He's
the
probably
update
busy.
speculation.
No,
Did I just say Biggie? I meant busy.
No, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't jump in just because right now he always was a PC person until just recently, and now he's just like always on his tablet. So talking to him on Skype is almost impossible nowadays.
That would be
Yeah.
really weird. And I'm sure the mic quality would be absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah,
And
I don't
then-
know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know if how many sales they'll get from Wii U. I
I
feel
know
like
it's
Wii
not
U.
going to get a whole lot from the new 3DS, because I
No.
can't see people just buying new 3DSs for Rebirth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also even those that do, there's probably going to be kind of an age gap, and with people with their if it's mainly going to be like kids browsing the eShop, and there'll probably be like parental restrictions, and since this is obviously going to be an M-rated game, so
Yeah, I don't. To be completely honest, even though it's really cool news that Nintendo finally let up, it feels like it's a little too late.
Mm-hmm. It's too late, and it's on the system that has no install base as of yet.
Yeah, so
it's kind of risky, honestly. I think a lot of people were thinking of that like when it came out for the Vita, because a lot of people were thinking the Vita is just going to end up being a failed system.
Well,
Yeah.
Vita does well enough. Mostly
Yeah.
with Japanese, like, JRPGs, though.
Yeah, but I mean, otherwise it's still
Nobody has a Vita.
numbers.
Hey, I have a Vita. I have a fun time playing PSP games that I download to my Vita.
Well, good for you.
I used to have a PSP.
You have a cupcake as your reward.
Oh yeah, it's just so fun playing Corpse Party on there over and over and over again.
I feel like no Sony handheld is ever going to be used to play the games that it has. Because when I had a PSP, I would play PS1 games on it. And I would play, like, Super NES emulators and shit.
Well, I feel like that's partly because Sony just never got mobile gaming.
Yeah.
But that's the same kind of mindset that put like stuff like Street Fighter 4 on tablets.
God.
How?
I don't even know how that works. I know it exists, but I've never tried
To
it.
like make a half circle with your finger to Hadoken.
No idea.
Yeah, that's what I imagine if Binding of Isaac was on tablets, it would just be just a big mess just like that.
If they just turn it into a glorified rock, paper, scissors simulator.
Although it would be interesting to do and I'm sorry to get us off track, but it would be interesting to do if they did like a mobile version of Binding of Isaac that was actually for mobile, that was like kind of like what was it called, 10,000?
10 million. Oh, I love that game.
Is that the one?
Like,
It's the one that's like a match. It's like a match 3 where you like slide the weird tiles.
So if it was like Puzzle Fighter or something like that, but it actually applied to going through rooms and fighting enemies and fighting bosses, that'd be really cool.
Or kind of like what Ed's doing with Super Meat Boy Forever, how he was originally making it specifically for touchscreen tablets.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just gonna release it on Steam for the heck of it.
Yeah.
So, Anyways, no content changes to the game whatsoever, released as it did on PC, uncensored, as no one expected it to be changed. Like, as much as I love everything...
Mulligans and cop hats.
Yes, everything that was in the April Fool's update, I was so happy to see, and I can't wait until people actually make that whole thing into like a big mod pack.
You know
Oh
what?
my gosh.
I
Can't
would
people already like mod in the mulligans with police hats?
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up as a seed code.
Yeah, a lot of people are wanting a Macmillan as a seed code because he got
to show
a
Ed's face.
special.
I
Yeah,
was
he
to-
got. Yeah.
I was told something would show up as a seed code that we've seen before, but I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, and if it does, it's the only way I'm going to play. But I'm not going to mention what it is. It does have. Let's say it's something that's dear to my heart that has relation to what I've done. But
Oh, is it gonna
Nice.
be Sackheads?
I don't know what. No, I didn't say it.
Would love for it to be Sackheads. Although, speaking of special seeds like that don't actually affect the gameplay, I really want it to be possible to play the special seeds that do dumb things like that without having it disable achievements.
Yeah.
Like
Like
if-
maybe once you get super duper platinum or something like that, and you have every achievement,
yeah.
it can be your special bonus.
Or like they can be special seeds that you can activate individually before Platinum God, and then once you get them, you can just, or once you get Platinum God equivalent or whatever it's gonna be, then you can just toggle each one on and off and mix them or something.
Oh, that'd
That
be
would
really
be
cool.
neat. But yeah, I would love to see all the Scientology items and stuff. It'd be amazing.
You can now
Alright.
choose whether mom is fat or skinny.
You can now choose whether mom gets triggered.
No,
Alright.
no, it's the trigger button where you hit the A button and the game uninstalls itself from your computer.
Yeah, that's what it was. Alright. So, 100 new items. Any guess as to the ratio of actual pedestal items and trinkets, that is? I'm gonna guess like 70-30 items to trinkets.
Maybe.
Because,
I don't know, 30 is kind of a lot of trinkets.
yeah, but we didn't actually get that many trinkets for
And I feel
Rebirth.
like there isn't a lot of just, like, very passive things that trinkets could fill out. And if there is, then it's going to do some really weird stuff like what the Demon's Tail does.
Yeah, Demon's Tail is a mess. Also, speaking of getting Platinum God, have you finished the game, James?
Yes. Oh,
I have not.
really? How many
No.
hours do you have in it?
I don't know. To be completely honest, I stopped playing the game when my fiance just took it over.
Oh.
Like I haven't seen my Vita in like months.
Does she have her own save file?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she deleted mine.
Oh,
So,
glorious.
but no, she's a bigger proponent of the game than I am. I just get frustrated after a while, and I'm like, fuck it. It's like
Nice.
fuck
You're
it
one
all.
of those that you just toss the Vita in the air when
Let's put it this way. I put it down, and I'm like, let me play something easier, and then I boot up Dark Souls. So.
Nice.
But no, I haven't finished it yet. I don't have most of the shit that everyone else have. I'm still struggling with completing a key and getting it to a door that the key is for.
Nice. Are you?
So like I'll complete it, but I won't get to that door, or I'll get to that door and that's not complete.
Did you somehow stay unaware of what the final secret was?
I did. I tried to stay away. Everyone fucking shouted it from the heavens though, so I kind of know what it is.
Oh, okay.
garbage.
But
Yeah.
fuck them. I know what's an Afterbirth. So
Yeah, the two of us were really fucking depressed for several
Oh
days
yeah, I
after
like
that
actually
got spoiled.
physically cried. As weird as that sounds.
Because it was a really, really cool community effort that was going on, and it was so close to actually solving it properly, and then somebody just ruined it.
Yeah, wasn't it someone in like a stream chat?
It was it was somebody on Reddit, and also they were like letting Cobalt know, because Cobalt and Dickhammer were the only two people on the same save file that had gotten far enough that it would be worth doing.
Yeah.
So they were the only ones that could really test it. At least test it really publicly, and then they did it, and then it was like, oh, well, this sucks.
Nice.
Sorry.
And then,
It's fine.
and then we will not have any more big secrets in
Unless
the foreseeable
Ed said,
future.
like, unless they're skill based.
Yeah, they'll be skill gated, which sounds like it's going to be something artificially hard, which could potentially be really, really annoying.
Which I think is going to be the thing that adds, like, a whole bunch of extra hours into the game, too.
Maybe
'Cause
you'll
that's,
have
like,
to.
the next thing in the update, right? Like, something that will add, like, hundreds more hours.
Yeah, it's a whole new game mode.
So, all right, I am not privy to the previous discussions you guys had about the game, and I kind of avoided slash Binding of Isaac after people stopped talking about how I'm a shithead, and
No, we all love you.
But what do you guys imagine Afterbirth being? Like, what are the major changes that Afterbirth is going to bring to the game?
Well, now that I know there's a whole separate game mode, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of the same with slight tweaks, which is kind of what Rebirth wound up being.
Also, didn't Ed mention somewhere, either through a tweet or through something, that the new game mode is going to be kind of a test of what he has in mind for, like, a Isaac sequel? Because he said that when he makes sequels, he doesn't like them to be the exact same game, but just, like, with different content, but, like, something that plays completely differently.
Yeah. So, my guess is Isaac Honeypop.
With the sex scenes.
Hell yeah. It's just a massive love letter to our TBOI Rule 34.
So I know what the new mode is. I don't know exactly what it is. I know what it's called.
Is it a first-person shooter? Is it
I'm
called?
not gonna tell you, but I'm literally just asked Evan. So what's quote unquote whatever mode? And so in a second I'll know, and I'll go aha, and then I'll go, well, fuck you guys, I'm not telling you.
Okay, that's fine.
But no, it's
fine. We like surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, when Rebirth first came out and when we first downloaded, we were all on a Skype call and just discovering all these new things, and that was the most fun that I've had with anyone online in ages.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I have a feeling, knowing what Edmund has done in the past, and knowing that Edmund hasn't put out a newer game project for a very long time, that when he says it's a new game mode, it's probably the equivalent of a new game. Mm-hmm. Just using the assets and the lore of Rebirth and Afterbirth.
He's
So
gonna be
that's
doing that weird mind game that he did ages ago, but with Isaac characters.
Maybe. I feel like it could just be a. Let's say that like Binding of Isaac is to Zelda, as this new game mode might be to I don't want to say Zelda 2, as a Link to the Past, where like Zelda had, all right, here's your dungeons and here's your overworld map, and you just need to figure your way around. Whereas A Link to the Past was, here's more strategy to what you need to do. Here's more detail to what you need to do. It could just be something like adding more detail to the experience of Binding of Isaac. Because playing it now, you know what the rhythm is. You know, oh, I could get this item and get this item, and I'm pretty much going to rock my run. But what would disrupt that kind of flow? What would make that experience a little bit more dangerous, or maybe make it a little bit more cumbersome, or make it not so certain that when you get these two items that you're going to rock the game, even though one of them is old school Dark Bomb and the other is Brimstone.
It's absurdly overpowered.
Also, what you mentioned there with the whole, like, it being... Because how you were comparing the Binding of Isaac being like the original Legend of Zelda, that made me think how Binding of Isaac is more like just how the dungeons in the original Zelda is.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me... Because the original Legend of Zelda I kind of see as put into two categories. There's the main dungeons, the 9 dungeons, actually, that you have to go through and fight and collect the items, etc., and that's what Binding of Isaac is based off of.
Yeah.
Whereas also in the original Zelda, there's the whole overworld that you can pretty much explore and go wherever you want, and like you can do dungeons earlier, just explore, find all these secrets, and maybe that would be something like a continuous area that is pretty much the same, but it's very open world in comparison to the randomly generated dungeons that you have in the original Zelda. Or in the original Isaac. So maybe, like, after the game, after you beat whatever super duper boss is going to be, there's going to be, like, this kind of an end thing that would help tie things together, or you can explore. Maybe it'll be like, hey, you can explore Isaac's house, you could explore more in his room, I don't know, something. But that's kind of what you gave me when you were mentioning comparing original Zelda and Link to the Past with Isaac.
Mind you, what Evan just told me about the mode, I don't understand what the fuck he's going to do.
So we're completely wrong already.
So, but if I had my wish, it would be to make it non-linear.
Yeah,
because as it is right now,
it could be like a open world that's randomized.
Well, not even that. It's almost like you could. I like the prospect of a world opening up to you. Mm-hmm. I don't like open world where you kind of find bits and pieces where they were either laid out or randomly laid out. Mm-hmm. I like the idea that based on what you just did, I'm going to give you these options, and these options are specifically tailored to what you did. Mm-hmm. And based off that, I'm going to give you other tailored options.
Yeah, but before you do that, you have to like go through all the first stuff first before you're able to get to that point where it's just opened up to you.
Yeah, so like it would be really cool to see a way to actually affect the floors that show up by your actions. So, like, depending on what you do on the floor, your next floor could have several different configurations and several different looks and several
5
different
libraries.
Like, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, you could make the floor more aggro, or you could make it more like full of items that make it a little bit more varied. Like, you know how you have those challenge enemies? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What if you had challenge rooms, challenge floors? Like, it's not necessarily a curse, it's just everything is affected in that, like, is either more aggro or is more poisonous, or everything is more spectral, or everything's more has psychic abilities, or they actually, or not as uniform as that, it actually has a series of characteristics now based on your action. Or more
like shooting gallery style things, like with the wall guys that you have to shoot, and it'll be like a whole bunch of rooms that are just tailored around that.
Yeah, or like. Or like if it maybe even gives you a challenge based on what you did, where if you set a certain if you did a certain actions, your next floor you have no way to shoot, but all the doors are open and there's just wall creatures everywhere. And it says just get to the hatch, get to the hatch and survive, and you'll get a really good item.
Or else the Splunky Ghost will come after you.
Or add the Splunky Ghost or something like that. Like, really, just like there's so much more that could be added to the framework that is Binding of Isaac that could stretch it out into a completely different experience. And I feel like this game mode may be an opportunity to do something like that. Mm-hmm. Or it just may be a new way to play that's still within the world, still within the mechanics.
Something very experimental, though.
Yeah, it would be wonderful if it was really experimental. And knowing Edmund, he would probably want to do something experimental.
Mm-hmm.
He is not somebody who shies away from controversy. He's not someone who shies away from doing new things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but yeah, it's that would be amazing.
Not to mention the fact that at this point he doesn't need anything he does with this game or really any game to do that well.
Well,
So
Nicholas
he can do
does.
whatever. Yeah, true. But
Like that's why I was confused about the Nintendo announcement, because it's like while that's cool,
yeah,
you're probably only going to sell like 2,000 units.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although I have been saying throughout the entire development of Rebirth to begin with, all the way up until it was announced for 3DS, is they've probably had a working build for every single platform, like since the beginning. Like that makes perfect sense. So really, it's just a matter for them of just saying, okay, here's what we have, distribute it for us. So it probably wasn't actually that much more work for them, all things considered. But yeah, it's still such a weird announcement for at least the 3DS.
Mm-hmm. Especially the new one, because is it even released yet, or is
I
it?
don't know.
I think it is. It's just it's
Super
not
new.
it's not great. Like
It's not good enough to really have most people bother to get it.
well
Not yet, anyways.
well it has some really nasty stuff about it. Like it doesn't come with a charger. You have to buy a charger.
Really?
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
Why? Can it still use? Does it have to use like the 3DS XL charger? Are the XLs and the regular 3DS chargers different? I don't know.
I think they're different. I don't know.
might
Oh my
be.
god.
But yeah,
They'll be like,
you have to have a new DS charger, I think, which is the same as an XL charger.
okay, so that's gonna be problematic because I just have a regular one because I have puny hands.
And I have a 2DS. So unless they make a new 2DS, I can't be bothered
New
either.
2DS is super chunky and knuckles.
And extra not 3D. Anyways, with the game mode, there's also a whole new alternate path and game ending, which goes hand in hand with new alternate floors and 6 new music tracks, which I would assume will just go with the alternate floors.
Do you think there'll be like just a third alternate floor that you can get along with, like, hey, depths, necropolis, and jails? I don't know what.
Would make
you
sense
can find
because
down
we
there.
have. Let's see, we have just in sets of things. We have basement, caves, depths, womb, cathedral, chest, shield, and dark room. So we have 9 sets of rooms. And then they're all of their alternates. Or wait, I shouldn't have counted shield and chest because those are shield and dark room. Those are basically alternates of the other ones. So we have basement, caves, depths, womb, chest, and cathedral, whatever. 6. So if we get
because there's 6 chapters in the game.
Yeah, so if we get one extra alternate for each of those, then that actually makes perfect sense for all new music tracks.
Yep.
Except they might do special boss tracks, which makes sense also because it says 6 plus new music tracks.
What are some of your hypotheses on like what the different floors will be to go along with the theme? Like we have basement, we have cellar. What else do you call a cellar or a basement? Crawl space. That's a good one.
Crawl space.
Come on, crawl space. That'd be a great floor name.
Foundation.
Cement.
Winery. I don't know.
Ooh. The walls are just gonna be made of a whole bunch of barrels. Are you going to thesaurus.com?
No, I'm replying to Roop.
Oh. Roop?
Lakeview Cabin Guy.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Which is now available on Steam. And I believe it's still $8.99.
Is it?
Maybe, hold on.
And I'm pretty sure that all the bugs that Nam found are fixed.
Specifically, the one that I found is definitely fixed.
Yep, it's still $8.99, 10% off. So,
Whoa.
and now there's achievements, some of which that I suggested.
You scumbag! You had to suggest the achievement where you win with everybody missing a leg.
Yep.
Does that also mean
Are you serious?
Does
Yep.
that also mean that everybody has to be alive?
Yes.
God damn it!
Even the dog?
Well, the dog.
There's
that
a separate
doesn't matter,
one
but-
for getting the dog to survive till the end.
Well, I
Okay,
can tell.
good.
I can tell you right now, the ones that are named after movies are the ones that I suggested.
Okay.
Nice.
Or sometimes dead is better. Having all your friends return as zombies.
Good job.
Anyways,
Anywho.
back on topic.
Well, I thought
Now that
was
we've
tough.
got our sponsor segment in, just kidding. We're not sponsored by Lakeview Cabin Collection
Now available on Steam.
for $8.99.
Put in coupon code James in for 10%.
Coupon code may not work.
Yeah, coupon codes may not work on Steam at all if you can find a place to put them in. So where were we? New alternates, covered that. Tons new enemies and bosses. My
What
guess.
other Zelda enemies has the game not used?
Well, don't think of it that way.
I know.
Think of it as, what enemies in the game don't have a boss form?
Brimstone host.
Well,
Just Brimstone
no,
host
that's
is gonna
that's
happen.
the gate.
No. I'm saying normal room walking Brimstone host. That's gonna happen because Sagittarius is part of the dev team now,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be terrible.
Pile when.
God.
That's still like the coolest modded boss I've seen. Have you seen it, James?
Oh
No.
yeah, the pile is the coolest mod ever.
I'll look
Yeah,
it up.
it's a modded boss that is a posthumous version of Polycephalus.
Hmm It's
And it's
so much
actually
cooler than
really-
Polycephalus.
Yeah. 'Cause
So was it called
Polycephalus
the
is just
pile?
Yeah.
The pile. We can find a link for you real fast.
Mhm.
I almost called you James, Christ. Nam, go get it's. Yeah, it's so weird
It's
having
on-
two Jameses in here.
uh,
You're James, I'm James. What other Jameses do we not know of?
I'm Squidward. The
I have
pile.
no right to be making SpongeBob references when I've never
Okay, the
watched.
pile has appeared in the necropolis.
All right, I found it.
Okay.
That's interesting.
It's ridiculously cool. But yeah, that boss would be neat to see. Also, we definitely need more Gertie alts, am I right?
Oh yeah. I feel like Gertie is just kind of like a reoccurring every floor boss now that I think about it.
I would love
Yeah,
for...
Gurgling's on the top floor, Gertie Jr. on the second chapter.
What would
Well,
Gertie Senior look like?
Gertie Senior is in the game.
Yeah, Mama Gertie.
Yeah.
Well, no,
not
that's
even
not-
Mama
that's-
Gertie, just
that's-
regular Gertie is Gertie Senior.
Not. I'm talking about like old Grandpa Gertie,
Old Gertie.
old dirty bastard Gertie.
Old dirty Gertie.
Probably Gertie, the other fan boss that Sagittarius made. Was it
Okay.
Sagittarius that did Gertie?
I have
or
no
Gertie,
idea.
however you
I
pronounce
don't
that
even
stupid
know.
name.
I don't even know off the top of my head what Gertie is.
It's like big old gross
The
skeleton
Gertie.
in a.
Oh yeah, this thing. Here. There is the link. I should be paying attention to what we're talking about so I can make a sort of link dump type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be absurd. Get it?
Absurdy. This one.
I could see, oh man, I could see like a bonus floor just being like a Gertie floor.
Ooh,
if you
yeah,
had,
that'd be a
like-
cool, like challenge sort of thing.
Like that's what Gertie right here looks like, because there's a boss door right there, but then it's just like a big room.
Well, that's because that's the room that you go into. You still see the boss doors when you go into
I
a
know,
boss room.
but I'm thinking of this as like a room that's like coming up to a boss room. So like if you had an entire floor that was like the whole floor is trying to kill you the whole time.
Like the actual floor is alive.
Yeah. And then when you get to the boss, you get to kill the floor itself.
I feel like that's kind of what Mama Gertie is, because like Mama Gertie is inside the wall of the womb, and you're kind of
Yeah.
That's what I feel about it, at least.
Would you guys shit yourself if enemies started popping out of rocks? Like if
That
you had
already
a,
happens,
if you had,
sort of.
if you had like a big old rock, like that one screenshot you gave me with like the 4 tile rock,
Mm-hmm.
and while you're fighting enemies in that room, that rock exploded and had like some kind of bomb creature, or something that had psychic shots, or something that had brimstone on it.
Could be cool. Maybe not so cool if it was random. Like, if you see that rock, you're just like, God damn it, now I'm gonna have to deal with this. Maybe. But if it was a thing like, in certain variations of a room, it's going to have that rock, and it's gonna happen. So then you could actually plan for it.
Yeah. Or maybe even an enemy that was very like, you remember Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
Sort of.
Remember there was this one level that was infamous that had like these guys with chainsaws that you could barely beat. Like you literally just had to run away from them.
Okay.
I return.
Hello.
Hi.
What if there was an enemy that was just super powered that will fuck you up, that wouldn't go away until all the other enemies were destroyed, kind of like those masks that kind of bounce around.
Yeah. There's
Also,
also white champions in Rebirth.
yeah, that do that.
Yeah. The white champions can't be killed until everything else in the room is dead.
Well, fuck me.
It's
But
also...
they're not like super powered or anything, unless they're like it's just a really OP enemy in general.
Yeah, they're not super powered unless it's a fly spawner that's one of those.
Oh my god.
Those things are garbage when they're white champions. Terrible. But yeah, that could be cool.
Mhm.
I don't know. If the room is always designed around mechanics like that, then it can always be fun. But if it's just randomly thrown together, obviously it's not going to be any good. But in a situation like that, I have always said I trust Ed's judgment.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the only thing I haven't seen yet is like parts of the environment that are not like the environment is actually like a part of camouflage.
Mhm.
Like you see, like
actually blowing up rocks would be dangerous, like the silverfish in Minecraft.
or you see spikes in a room, and one of those spikes is actually a creature that kind of comes out of the ground that has spikes on his back.
Someone actually mentioned that they're surprised that there wasn't anything like a like enemy in the games from the Zelda games.
That eats your items or your power ups or whatever.
I guess the closest thing we have are the greed heads, because it's like, hey, you'll lose points and drop
money.
But I mean, like maybe an enemy like that, but kind of like what Florian is doing with the eternal versions of the greed heads. Well, they'll randomly just take up whatever consumable you have.
I would actually now want to see something like some kind of enemy that just sticks to you, and you're allowed to go through rooms, but it's eventually going to kill you unless you do something that's like guaranteed to be on the same floor.
Maybe like they'll slow you down like the mothballs in Wind Waker.
Maybe. Or like it just sits on you and slowly saps your health until you ram into a fire or something. Like, take a little bit of damage to avoid a whole lot more damage. That sort of thing could be neat. Let's see.
You could also have maybe one thing that isn't in the game yet, I think, which you guys will prove me wrong about, is I'm thinking of games like Spelunky or Castlevania Rondo Blood, where you have an item that has no use other than the fact that you have to carry it. And you have to actually, if you carry it to a certain area, like, for example, a sacrifice room, and then sacrifice that item, then you get a special item.
Missing poster.
Also Pandora's box.
God damn it, fuck all you. I hate you. I hate you all.
Pandora's box is actually a pretty good example of that because depending on where you sacrifice the item, it does different things. And if you take it to the dark room, it does nothing.
Yep.
Like, in the chest, it gives you 1 coin, and in the dark room, it does absolutely nothing.
Well, maybe an item that just fucking changes the game to Gradius.
I would... Oh, that would be cool. Just have an item that, like, doubles the bullet hell.
Yeah.
For some weird benefit that makes it worth dodging
Double
that
all
much.
the bullets shot by enemies.
God. That would make some bosses actually impossible without the stopwatch.
Mega Satan, second form.
Yeah. Actually, second form of Mega Satan would be more fun if he shot more bullets.
Yeah.
He's not actually hard.
More bullets!
More bullet.
Or, just have Dry Baby with you and...
and sit still.
What if
I'm still so proud of finding that.
What if there was rooms that weren't like boss rooms that were very bullet hell?
What, just the whole room is trying to kill you, but
yeah, like if they
no
had those
enemies?
heads, if they had those like statue heads that kind of like instead of shooting a glob of blood or doing a brimstone, they literally throw out a pattern that you have to avoid in order to get through the room.
As long as I don't necessarily have to fight bullshit enemies while I'm dodging the pattern. Like, I hate the 2x2 room that's just walking hosts and those bullet heads.
Yeah,
those
the
rooms suck.
They are the worst.
Like, if they would at least up the walking host's AI to make it lift its head, it wouldn't be so bad. But, God, running around that room forever sucks.
Or even instead of having 4 walking hosts, make it 2.
Yeah.
Something more manageable.
Anyways, the only thing we have besides the item now is a shit ton of new achievements. Which actually could go with the item, with the idea that I had as soon as I recorded my other thing for this update.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, the idea that I had that goes with the friend ball is having an achievement for catching every catchable enemy.
At least once.
Yeah. So catch every non-boss with the friend ball 1 time.
That's clever.
Which could also add into having a bestiary, which Ed has on occasion said he wouldn't mind doing.
Yeah, actually. Well, then again, maybe that would actually just be I don't know. Could there be a possibility of just doing a challenge of only having friend ball and blindfolded so you can't use tears, and then you have to kind of sort of up your team constantly and recatch it and in order to get through to, say, Mom or something?
That could be cool if your item was on a constant charge.
Yeah.
It's also very difficult once you actually get to boss rooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You would actually have to have, invulnerable friends or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I think a person responded to me after I said that idea for the achievement that it would unlock, a Master Ball where you could actually catch bosses. That would be really silly. To, catch Mega Satan for no reason. Also, I would love for there to be a different, an alternate to Mega Satan.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of disappointed that there was only one.
I remember seeing that there was a really, really cool Mega Isaac concept.
Yeah, that was Sagittarius.
Yeah, of course!
So who would the alternate to Mega Satan be?
Mega Isaac.
I was going to say Mega Santa.
I think that exists as a mod. And also Mega Edmund. And Mega Sakurai exists as a mod with Master Hand and Crazy Hand as the hands. That boss is still super fun, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember first coming across that, I was just I think I died almost immediately.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I've actually ever fought that boss fairly.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually when I'm given the opportunity to go to Mega Satan, the game has also carried me to hell.
Or, you just kind of broken it, so you are just...
Yeah, so I have everything. So I'm just like, well, I can one-shot every phase of this boss.
Oh, hey, I have Sparkplug and D6 and Wafer, and I'm in the chest. Let's go have fun. Oh, Super Quad Brimstone Guppy? Sure, let's go, Mason.
Yeah. And then you just win.
Also, speaking of Guppy, more transformation items in Afterbirth, please.
Yes. We need more than just the 2 transformations.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lord of the Flies kind of sucks.
Yeah, and because, the only decent thing about Lord of the Flies is that it turns all, regular black flies into blue flies for you, but that's pretty much it.
It's also pretty rare that you'll even see that effect.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the later floors.
Yeah, because number 1, there's not that many actual fly enemies, and number 2, if you have a room with flies in it, they're just going to fly into other things before you even notice that they changed to your side. Also, the most interesting question I saw about the friend ball is what would be the best enemy to catch, like as of currently.
Nerve endings.
I want those to do something in Afterbirth.
They'll just sit there until something runs into them. They are the metapods of Afterbirth.
Like, you give those 2 minutes of standing around, and then it just turns into something crazy and kills you.
Just a whole bunch of tentacles start popping up on the floor and murdering enemies.
Or maybe, like, if it touches you, then it starts to spread or something. I don't know.
Ugh. A lot of people are saying, I think the best enemy that they were thinking of is, knights or masks or... What was the other enemy that they were saying?
My best guess was a grub, which is the
grub.
Sleepy Larry.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
they
Sleepy
have
Larry.
maggots inside them.
Yeah.
So when it dies, you still get extras. Although, I don't think that if it died, the maggots would be on your side.
Oh, a codworm would also be pretty fun, too. The worms that are the shuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Currently, I don't know this. Do the what is it called? The thing that has that shoots the blood out of its the hole in its chest.
This?
Yeah. Does it when it's charmed? Does its brimstone hurt you?
I have a feeling that it would still hurt you, but it also hurts the other enemies.
If it didn't hurt you, that would probably be the double of this would probably be a really good Pokeball or friend ball enemy.
I'm going to call it Buddy Ball.
Buddy Ball.
Yeah, because Friend Ball is already taken as an actual Pokeball item.
Yeah, true.
How about the Pokey?
The Pokey.
The Polka.
And then its flavor text is just move faster. For no reason.
Just imagine that. Just a spike block just going around the room killing all your enemies.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that, yeah. On top of that, the spike blocks are invincible.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's charmed for the whole room, especially if you get the non-champion spike block that Loki has, you get that one, and it'll chase around everything forever, and as long as you can dodge, you win. Or you could have Nod Leaf and that, and then just chill.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get interesting, maybe even your Doppel.
Oh, yeah. Wait. How would that work?
You just throw it out, and then you don't damage.
Even work?
I don't know.
I don't think it currently works, but maybe it does. But it'd be interesting to just throw it. It won't, and then just kind of treat it like it's a second.
It'd
almost
be like an actually good Abel.
Yeah, pretty much.
An able... Well, actually, it still wouldn't do contact damage. Because
Oh yeah.
Doppels don't do that.
Well,
But-
neither does Able, so.
Yeah. Although...
So it's a better Able.
Yeah. And also the Doppel at least has... it at least has some collision, so it could push things for you, kinda.
Oh yeah.
Would a friend balled mom's hand be useful?
If you wanted to teleport enemies to the start room, maybe.
Oh, that would be really funny if you used a mom's hand, and it just started picking up enemies and taking them away, and then when you go past the starting room, they're all just like congregated in that one area.
They're just randomly splayed out across the entire room,
And you have
ready to kill you.
Yeah, you have to kill them before. And if you throw out your mom's hand again, it just picks them up and drops them right back in.
Let's see, what else could be useful? Fly spawner would be neat if it spawned flies on your side.
Maybe. Like, it just turns them into blue flies automatically.
Yeah, or like blue variants of flies that can actually shoot or something.
Let me actually look at the monster list, because I've had it up for reasons.
And now I'm just thinking, what?
Ooh, swingers! The big neck guys that absolutely broke your game when you used a D10 on it. Oobs would also be a good one. Oobs in the exploding versions. Oh, the black eyeball laser floaty cloud things.
Oh god, those things are overpowered.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, that's why it'd be nice if it was on your team.
I'm actually curious, because you can roll them with the D10. I wonder if you could catch the just the turrets, like the bullet shooter head things. Because when you roll them with the D10, you can then kill the thing that they turned into, but when you go back into the room, they respawn. So I wonder if you could get those. They wouldn't be useful at all, because they wouldn't even be mobile, and they would only fire in one direction. It would suck. But it would be interesting.
Oh, I know a lot of people are saying bonies would be a good one to catch.
Sniper.
Especially with your stupid sniper mod for them.
Well, I think we just about covered both updates pretty well. Also, it managed to last an hour.
Alright,
So it's
excellent.
as if it's an actual podcast. And we can pretend
it's
that we
not.
planned any of it.
Okay, well, now you need a minute intro with really annoying music.
And like a AMV hell sort of intro.
Yeah, you need to be sponsored by Squarespace
And Audible.
And
Audible.
Lakeview Cabin.
And Lakeview Cabin now available on Steam for $8.99.
That's gotta become a running gag to just shill that game all the time.
Oh my god! You know what? It's a good game.
It is.
You should play it. I mean, it's no Binding of Isaac, but you know, Binding of Isaac's no Lakeview Cabin. So
There are no dogs to kill in Binding of Isaac.
yeah, you can't throw
Nope.
you can't throw your mom into a wood chipper. You know,
That's gonna be one of the spacebar items, a wood chipper.
You just place down a wood chipper for the room, and if you can bait anything into it, it instantly dies. But then it jams the wood chipper. So, like, you can only actually insta-kill one thing per room. But yeah, we would also need some silly outro.
So what? Now that I have an undivided attention of two people and probably the listenership of two other people, what would you like to see in the advertising and the materials that come out for Afterbirth?
Sackboys.
I don't think Sackboys will make a return.
Was that just a one-time only thing? Out of curiosity, what did you do with all of the extra sacks when you were done with the commercial?
Edmund has a sack, and Tyrone has a sack, and then I have the rest.
Oh,
I
really?
have one.
Yeah. No. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, I was going to sell them, but like they're so poorly made, I was afraid that once I shipped them out and someone received them, it would fall apart as they pulled it out of the bag.
Huh.
Because it's not even like really durable burlap sack. It's like that really loose shit that you're supposed to use in your garden.
Oh, okay.
Can I one day go pick one up from you?
Maybe.
Because you're not that far from me.
Maybe.
Really?
According to your Skype, you're not that far away from me.
I also still have the puppet Isaac.
Oh, wow.
I have the monster puppets that get all gooey.
What about
well,
the giant mom's foot that was at the end of that?
Still have that.
Wow.
I think.
Can you actually see through the burlap sack?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if it's loose
So
enough,
I totally-
it's supposed to be like planting soil, then you should be able to see through
I
it.
totally need to get one. Just so I can stream with it on. And people will be like, holy shit, is that real? And I'll be like, yes, it is.
Or no, people will be asking you questions about it, and you just don't respond to them at all. You
I
act like
just
you
deflect.
act like you're not doing anything,
It's-
like what you did with the substitute doll.
I'm not even wearing a sack. Like, what are you talking about? This is my normal face.
Yeah, I don't know if that would ever make a return just because the fact that it got pulled from Steam so quickly.
True.
Yeah.
That really pissed me off, especially because of the excuses people gave. Like, oh,
Yeah.
my little brother loves the game. Well, it's rated 17 and up.
Right? It's not for your little
Yeah.
brother.
So, like, the advertising material, don't be like, oh, that's unsuitable. It's unsuitable for a 17 and up game? No.
Yeah.
So,
Not to mention, you censored the crap out of it.
Oh, absolutely. My original intention was to have it be completely uncensored, so fuck everybody. It was going to be worse too.
Ooh.
This
In
new
what
one
ways?
should be bad. Well,
Yeah.
no, I have hours of nudity that I didn't use.
Like, how much of the content that you recorded for that would you say you even use, like, percentage-wise?
Oh, like a 1/100th.
Really?
Yeah, because like I recorded stuff. All right, my original intention was to have them. My thought process was these were people who believed in Isaac, real role played as Isaac, almost as if it was a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, they were trying to kind of manifest the elements of Isaac to summon the world of Isaac. So they themselves became Isaac. They became the characters of Isaac's world. They became his enemies and his bosses. So I had people do stuff like the enemies. So it's going to have, like, I did footage of someone wandering around while their head was somewhere else. So I was going to have it connected with burlap. So it was kind of like the swinger. And I had them in like a pyramid formation to be like like the Gertie, and I also had them do motion like they were the Viz. So they were supposed to do all that kind of stuff, but once I started cutting in the game footage, it's like I have no time here. I need to get in and get out.
Right.
So. There's lots of stuff in there, and I'm sad that I didn't get to use most of it. That said, the next video is going to be fucking worse.
Excellent.
No nudity, but just worse. Like,
Well,
I don't think it'll get pulled from Steam, but people will be. I would be surprised if people weren't very angry.
Well, if there's no nudity, then there's no problem in the American advertising.
Oh. There is a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of trouble with just American advertising in general.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
pretty sure.
people will get offended at the smallest little things.
I'm saying, as far as pulling things,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be much of an issue if there's no nudity.
No, there will be. You'd be surprised.
Let's put it this way. When I mentioned it to Edmund as a pitch in just so many words, and he was like, "I'm all in." Like, he was just like, "Yes." So hopefully I'm going to storyboard what we're going to do, and hopefully people dig it. I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's not the feeling of the game. The game is so happy. It's like, what fucking game are you
Have
playing?
they even played the game if they think it's a happy game?
They always do that. Whenever I do dark shit for the game, which is like, this is the mindset that Edmund's in when he's making these games. That it's like, it's not coming from a very, very, very happy place.
Yeah.
That everyone's like, oh yeah, you play. There's so many people that play Binding of Isaac that think Isaac's spitting on people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
only
if you
canon
go on
with
YouTube
one
and
item.
watch some Let's Players, it's like, look at him spit on him, and it's like, no.
No.
Oh,
No.
why is he spitting on that doll? It's not a doll. It's a fucking headless body.
Oh, these poor children.
These poor sheltered children.
But like, it's going to be the advertising material that's going to come out is going to be very apparent that it's not children friendly.
Oh boy.
Very. But in doing so, what would make you guys happy? Because that's the thing. I don't know if I've ever made the core Binding of Isaac family happy. I've just kind of did what I did. I just tried to impress Edmund.
Well, really, that's kind of because he's the one hiring you to do this, and most of the fan base, as chill as they are, like, I feel like the people that really, really do enjoy the game and what the content is and, like, what all the symbolism is, they will completely understand, like, what you're going through with the advertising thing, whereas the people that get offended by the commercials that you've done through this and are thinking that, oh, it's really disturbing, those are the kind of people that really don't understand what Isaac is at its core.
Yeah.
And the idea is just that if you're doing what you think is if you're doing what you think is a good representation of the game in your mind, then it will work out, and other people and people that will I can't it's hard to word.
Not to mention the entire Isaac fan base, at least on the subreddit and stuff, and the other subreddit. For as far as they're all concerned, myself included, the weirder the better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
well,
like,
you'll like the new one.
if it's fucking weird, where we're just gonna be like, what the hell is going on? We have to watch this 80 times before we can even focus on what we came here for.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then we're all on board for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my grand plan, I'm hoping to do a promo video that actually has Edmund and Tyrone and Matthias saying something, then a trailer that has the same assets from the promo. And both of those are just going to be like, or let's put it this way: now that I'm going to be doing this video stuff full time, what I'm going to be putting out is going to be like 100 times more saturated than the stuff that I did before. So what I want to do for this is going to be, it's going to be dissonant. It's going to be very uncanny. It's going to be, I want people to kind of go, to be so angry watching it. Not because it doesn't represent the game, because it's going to represent the game, but I want them to be angry in the fact that it's like, this is in the game and I never thought of it in real life. Because that always happens, is like, no, they play a game where a naked child is running around crying on everything. And then when I actually do a naked child running around crying on everything, everyone gets upset.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's even that one really, really cool illustration. I believe it was in the special editions of the original Binding of Isaac, but it's like a really realistic version of, like, an actual baby Isaac, and it's just really realistic looking and gritty, and I think that caused a bit of controversy because, but that's what the game is. It's just Ed's cartoony style that he has for the entire series is very cartoony, and you wouldn't even think of that, but then when you really get down to it, it's like, wow, this is actually really, really disturbing when you think about it in realistic terms.
Mm.
So.
But yeah, with this, I feel like I'm going to be going back to the stuff that me and Edmund really like. It's going to be very, thinking, what's in my head is kind of part Eraserhead.
Ooh.
It's part, the Abomination. I don't know if anyone's ever watched that movie.
Nope.
And what was it? What's that one? The Suckling.
Also not the only one that I'm familiar with is Eraserhead, sadly.
All right. Is it called the Suckling? Hold on. Yes, it's called the Suckling.
I bet my dad would know what these are. He's the big old movie buff.
So, it's going to. Let's just put it this way. I'm going to revel. I'm gonna revel in an aspect of the game that no one has really kind of dwelled on yet. No one has kind of realized yet in fan art, or in advertising materials, in a way that is going to kind of just show light on it in a way where you're not going to be able to look at that part of the game ever again and not think, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, the actual like hardcore fans are probably gonna love it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone who's unfamiliar with Binding of Isaac is gonna not have a clue of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's
for sure.
Perfect.
But yeah, it's. I wish I could tell you guys, but we're so far away.
It's so cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Also,
We're patient.
As far as like gameplay is concerned in the trailer, as little or less than I'll
tell you right now, I'm going to fight to have no gameplay in the release trailer.
Yeah.
I'm
actually really cool.
Teaser.
I would actually be really cool if there was no gameplay at all.
I'm gonna have to do a gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep them separate, because I feel like if I could have the freedom to do a release trailer, I can kind of tell you guys in hints what this game is on a high level. Mm-hmm. And then gameplay trailer is, here are all the pieces, now match them, do some cross stitch, do some cross examination to figure out what this is now.
That sounds like so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to try for. We'll see if that actually happens, because this is, I'm not just trying to, now I'm not just answering to Edmund, I'm answering to Edmund and Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But to be completely honest, if there's a bigger fan of my stuff than Edmund, is probably Tyrone. So I'm lucky in that regard.
Yeah.
So
here's hoping.
Yeah. Sorry for extending the podcast more.
No.
I'm
it's
cool
fine.
with padding content.
No, but no, I would love to, if anyone in the Binding of Isaac hears this, I would definitely like to see ideas of what kind of stuff they want to see, like what would get them excited about the game, because it's hard. Where I'm sitting right now, it's very hard, because Edmund's been going through hundreds of items and all this content, and to him, none of it is exciting anymore because he's so close to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to kind of pull that information from him. So if I get some ideas of what people are most excited about, or most anticipating, or things that they think are going to be in the game, then it's going to give me a better idea of what to actually say to you guys in a sly wink manner.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone on /Binding of Isaac hears this, go ahead on the threads and fucking message me and say, hey, this is what I want.
Yeah, actually, we'll do like a direct message things and highlight or whatever.
Yeah.
You on Reddit. If you still have Reddit Gold, I don't know if you.
No, you don't even need Reddit Gold for that feature anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's just a thing that everybody gets. Also, I know that some of the higher rated posts of all time on the subreddit are like lore examinations.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, actually looking at it now, a lot of the top posts are jokes now. But some of the higher rated posts of all time are just like really, really deep lore lore, whatever the hell I just said, examinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
word.
people are really cool with that.
You just reminded me. I don't want to do it for Afterbirth, but I want to get it in there somewhere. I want to do a video for Swole Isaac.
Yes! It's called Manzik on the subreddit.
Yeah,
oh man, Elko will love that, I bet. He'll die.
I so want to do Manzik. I want to do I want
In the
him.
butt?
Yeah, I want him to do me in the butt. Fucking Manzik. I like the idea of Manzik is so absurd. It makes me happy, and I want to do it as a video.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
actually one of my
great.
favorite memes on the subreddit as of late.
Because the thing
So funny.
The thing is, the idea of Mantic is so absurd, but I don't know if anyone has taken it to the height of absurdity yet. To me, from what I've seen, it's like, all right, you got the ball rolling. Now I want to roll the ball down to New York City and start destroying buildings with it.
Go right ahead.
So, like, yeah, I want to make it happen. I don't know how I can make it happen.
I'm sure.
Because but like...
I'm sure that El Capolo would be very happy to help you with anything.
Okay. So if people out there that have the ability to kind of help me, I do want to direct a Manzik short, and it will be. Let's put it this way: I want to Ultimate Muscle Roller. If you remember,
about the TV show Ultimate Muscle?
No. I'm talking about that video online of the two men that are the one man who has,
I know
with the baby face crotch
thing.
and
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh my God.
I want to outdo that. I want this to be so out there, so amazing that it ends up on Off the Air on Adult Swim. That's what I want. And if there's ways that people like, if I don't know if this is something that people would want enough that I could kickstart it, but I want to make it happen. So any way you guys could help me, but make this reality, please, please, please. Otherwise, this is an opportunity that's just going to go out into the ether. Magic will be lost to time without this. And we don't want him to be lost to time. We want him to glisten in glory.
I'm sure a video like that could very easily, instantly get to the top of the subreddit of all time. Mm-hmm. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I also, I want to, if I can, I would like it to have celebrity involvement. It would be also to have the voice of Duke Nukem as one of the Manzik characters.
I know that, like, just the voice actor for him will happily do whatever voices. He'll easily do, like... Oh gosh, I don't remember how much he does, but I remember one of my old groups, they were able to actually just ask him, hey, would you be willing to voice act, for like a minute of content for something? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I'm pretty sure he's easy to get in contact with, and just throw money at him and he'll say whatever you want.
But that's the thing. I need money to throw at him. That's the problem.
I think it's like, pretty reasonable too.
But this is what we need. All right, let's make this a reality. To make this happen, I either need a workforce that will dedicate their time to help on it, or a bunch of fans that want to make this happen that will executive produce it. Those are the two stipulations. So either I need people who know how to animate, know how to model, that know how to do voice acting, that I can storyboard and direct it and help everyone kind of gather up all this material into a short, or people who have that have enough money to throw at an amazing idea. And I'm not saying that much money. I would say, like, at top, I would say maybe, like, let's put it this way. The videos I did for all the advertising, that swims around like $2,000, $3,000.
Really?
Yeah. So it's about that much per minute. Let's say we want a 5-minute short. That's about the budget. Maybe it's a little south of that. So either of those. So either I'm doing a Kickstarter and hopefully you guys hook me up, or we find a bunch of people, really talented people, because I don't want to. I don't want to half-ass this. I don't want to do something and people go, that looks like it was animated on Nintendo 64. Or I don't want to do this with sock puppets. I want you to see the glistening sweat off of Manzik as he flexes muscles that most men don't dare to dream to have. as he weeps in joy at a swinger that is swinging its fucking neck that is so ropey, so distended that it looks it both has the longest neck you've ever seen and no neck at all. I want to see floating babies that are so swole that their arms are dragging on the ground. And they are struggling to move, and if the more they struggle, the more the arms just don't want to move, to the point where the arms detach off the babies, and then they cry off into the darkness. I want to see those spiky blocks be swole. I want to see the spikes on them be swole. They're not spikes anymore.
They're just pure muscle.
They are pure muscle holding spikes that are pure muscle. You know what? I want to see this so swole that it rips itself in half.
Oh my god!
Like this could be a possibility. You know, I want it to devolve into a menagerie of flesh, like that rivals the end of Akira.
I was gonna say, yeah, Akira.
Like this can be amazing. This could be a triumphant film that will transcend audiences. People will be brought into the Binding of Isaac world just by the idea of Manzik. And I can only do that with it's someone's help. I need help.
Will there be a sissy swole legs? This is important.
Oh, God. Sissy strong legs.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? She is going to be the daintiest and most swole of all. Like it will be looking like she will look like Arnold Schwarzenegger that it was taking human growth hormone for 20 years, dancing so gracefully on his arms. And the multiple other arms that were ripped off of Sly Stallone and fuck it, the Undertaker. I'm losing steam here. No. All right, I need more inspiration. All right, I want to see a boom fly.
Oh my god! No, you want to see Big Fan, the big fat beige fly.
I'm sorry.
The big fat beige fly,
orbital
familiar?
fly.
I'm just talking about, like, I want to see the fly's wings be swole. Like you know what? Since it's a fly, let's keep its legs like fly legs, and the body is just a giant arm.
Just let it flap so hard that the wings come off.
No. I'm talking about let the fly just be a giant arm with it. The hands have like the wings just attached to the end of them, as if they're just glued there, and there's just little dangly arms off this arm that is just flying there.
Oh my god.
Like,
In comparison, will Satan be really skinny?
In comparison, Satan will be so swole that he transcends dimension.
Even his feathers on his wings have muscles.
The feathers on his wings are muscles. They are nothing. Every feather on his wing is a bicep.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Like, I want you. I don't know if you realize the absurdity that we can take this. I want this to be just an opera of flesh. So that's my call to action, and I hopefully I have warriors that will fight for me, or at least kings and queens that will throw their dowries at me to make this happen, to direct a piece of culture that needs to exist. Otherwise, fuck all you. I'm going to do the Afterbirth trailer, and then I'm gonna rub the fact that I can play the game in your faces before you can play it.
You heard the man, subreddit. Let's get on it.
Yeah. Start this shit.
So, all right, done bothering you guys. Done ranting.
No, you're free to bother us whenever.
Yeah.
You're free to bother us with your Baja Blast and your...
Baja Blast, not Baja.
Whatever!
My Baja Blast?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I am so happy that I get to do fucking Taco Bell breakfasts now that I work for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the crunch wrap breakfasts and shits. Oh, it's a whole new
They have
world.
like new Crunch Wraps.
I know, they're fucking...
I've not had them. I'm not
I
talking
haven't
about the
had
breakfast Crunch Wraps either. They have like different ones now.
Yeah, and then they have like the fucking Sriracha quesadillas. Oh
Yeah.
my god! Oh my god! They are the beacon of light in the tunnel of doom and despair that I live in every fucking day. At the end of the day, I can go, can I have Taco Bell? And you know what? Sometimes it's like, yes, I deserve to have the sweet juices dribble out of my mouth as I suckle on the corner of a sweet Doritos Locos taco. Oh,
I think someone needs to go to bed.
no, fuck it. I'm all powered up now. I'm like...
Just talk about Taco Bell and Swole Manzik.
Yeah, talking about Taco Bell and swole men has to be so excited. I'm drooling now.
From your mouth and other places.
Oh, absolutely. It's like my whole body feels like a swamp now.
Just like completely dehydrated from losing so much fluid.
Delicious.
So hopefully, all right, yeah. But I'm serious. If anyone out there wants to help on this, I will make it a reality, and I will reach out to everyone that I'll reach out to Matthias to do music stuff. I'll reach out to Edmund for his involvement. I'll reach out to everyone that needs to be involved, and we'll make this happen. But without that interest, without people saying, yes, I will contribute one way or another through my support, through work, through producing it, it's just going to be a fun little thing that, will die on the Reddit. That's essentially it.
Well, I think we could end on that.
Yep.
Yeah, we should end on dying.
Yeah.
Everyone, as soon as you hit stop record, we will die, and you will never hear from us again.
You'll hear it from me. All you will die, though.
Yeah, we're gonna just go into comas.
The thing is, when I exude all the energy and the ideas that I have, there's an opposite reaction, and that's me sucking out all the life from all of you. So, goodbye, thank you, and goodbye.
See you on the other side.
No, I absorbed that too. Fuck you.
Oh,
You're just not gonna exist.
Yeah, your ghost is dead too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so. But thank you, and hopefully this was informative to the listening audience of that one guy. Hey, guy.
Yeah, and then we'll do more as the updates come out.
Yes.
Probably not as long because...
No, I'll make it longer. By the end of this, there's going to be a 24-hour podcast, so...
Fine with that. But yeah, probably every week, as long as scheduling conflicts don't really happen.
Mm.
Takara, goddamn it.
I'm sorry that I've been on a weird sleeping schedule. Sorry, gosh.
That's fine.
No, it's not fine. I mean, I've been available.
Let me have my 12-hour comas, please.
Shit, I want that life.
Well, you'll get that life once you quit. Once you're finally out of that job.
No, I'll be working for myself, so, and I'm gonna have to be, working at 8:00 a.m. and
I
on
have
the dot.
no time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, all right, this is the end.
Yes.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Lakeview Cabin, now available on Steam for $8.99.
Also, Taco Bell's new tacos.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Taco Bell's new Mansick themed swole burritos.
It's just nothing but a big pile of just like beef molded into the shape of a
only
bicep.
comes in steak, and
Well,
the whole thing is steak. Not
Nam,
there's no
just like
no
me,
tortilla.
just like me, it only comes in steak.
Oh.
Shoutouts to our TBOI Rule 34.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
First, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure the subreddit will enjoy the idea of a Kickstarter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Because that's what everyone wants is another Kickstarter. How about you just kind of wrap dollar bills around a brick and just throw it through my window? I feel like people will have a better time doing that.